man, the myth, the legend, the former champion, Rafael Dos Anjos, baby. Let's go. In his return to welterweight, man, he has absolutely ruled out his run at lightweight. He says, listen, my last title run at lightweight is over. I fought Fazeev. Nobody wanted to fight Fazeev. I dropped the ball. It is what it is. But listen, Connor's moving up to 170. The big money fights are here at 170. I'm not chasing Makhachev, even though we were supposed to fight. And now somehow, some way, you get lined up against a Bam Bam Barberena. How does this work? I don't know. Barberena is coming off of fighting just legends after legends after legends. I don't get it. But the other thing that I really don't get here, AJ, and please, like, color me surprised if I am. Like, tell me that I'm losing it. Why is RDA a minus 500 favorite against Bam Bam Barberena? Like, they're like treating Barberena like this dude is just some bum off the street. And I'm just like, yeah, he got cracked in his last fight, man, but this dude brings war, has a real will to win, and RDA has even mentioned that himself. So, like, why do you think Barberena gets so discounted in this role?
I don't know, Derek. I'm glad you also brought it up too, man, because they are doing Bam Bam Barberena a disservice right there. When I saw the odds come out, he was like a plus 600, some crazy number where I was like, holy shit, they really don't know who Bam Bam is or just absolute. And don't get me wrong, I love RDA, man. But Bryan Barberena is an absolute OG, and this dude's a savage. This is going to be a fight, man. This is going to be a scrap. It's crazy numbers, so it's almost worth just throwing something on Barberena because the odds he has right now, minus, what was it? Oh, yeah, no, plus 380. It's crazy money. It opened up. It might even swell one way or the other. We'll see. Yeah, you got to keep an eye on those numbers, but I'm not really sure, Derek. Maybe because he got cracked, the respect of RDA, I have zero idea, man. I was blown away when I saw these odds open up.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And then I got to take into consideration, too. Like, I was thinking for a minute, maybe they discount RDA a little bit like they should, because look at his welterweight run, man. His welterweight run wasn't too fantastic when you're looking at it. It looks like 4 losses and I believe 4 wins, man. I think he went, or I think 3 and 4, right? So you got wins against Robbie Lawler, Neil Magny, Safadine, and let's see who else, and Kevin Lee. So actually 4 and 4, man. Even 500 split over at welterweight. But then look at the guys that he lost to, man. So you can't really discount RDA. You lose to Michael Chiesa, Leon Edwards, Kamaru Usman, Kobe Covington. 3 of those people are in legit title contention. One of them was the pound for pound GOAT, and one of them is the champion right now. It's kind of hard to discount RDA. So that's when you do a little bit of research and you're like, that's right. RDA, come on. This dude is the man, former champion. I just don't really like him at 170 as much as I like him at 155, I guess, just because if the size was a big difference and he definitely puts on, you know what I mean, a little something, something. But Bryan Barberena just got finished fighting the Matt Browns of the world. You know what I'm saying? He just got finished fighting, let me see who else. The Matt Browns, the Robbie Lawlers, the Darian Weeks, Jason Witts, Anthony. I have some big boys out there, with some real big crack. So what's the key to victory here? Bam Bam Barberena has one goal in mind, in my opinion, and that goal is get on the feet, turn this into an absolute dogfight, turn it into a war, make it ugly, and get him out of there. RDA, we just know he can mix it up too well. He is the definition of a well-rounded martial artist, whether it's jiu-jitsu, striking, whatever. I mean, what's the path to victory for Bryan Barberena realistically in this fight?
Realistically, like you said, Derek, for Bryan Barberena, man, dogfight. You got to keep this one standing. You got to push him up against the cage and bully RDA into a dogfight. Because if you let RDA put a class act technique display on you, whether it's on the feet or on the ground, he's going to be controlling the fight. But so you got to be on the gas. You got to be pressure forward and dominate the fight from the jump. Other than that, man, I see RDA really, if you let him dance around, get on his bike, or just let him play in his guard, RDA is a dangerous man on any forefront. What do you think?
I think he's very dangerous. I think that's very apt, man. Like I said, RDA has a multitude of ways to get it done, but Bryan Barberena has to force it into a dogfight. The thing that stood out to me the most in RDA's pre-fight presser, he says Bryan Barberena has a massive will to win. I don't think we count that enough, man. That's not something you can measure. He just wants to win. Like, he won't just go. He'll go out on his shield every time, basically. Now, let's look at these numbers, man. No love for Bam Bam Barberena. Plus 700 TKO, plus 700 decision, plus 3,000 submission, plus 380 money line. They're just like, nah, he's not going to win. RDA, man, to me, minus 125, no value there. Why am I going to pick minus 125 there? Why am I going to pick a minus 500 here? I'm going to be honest, folks. My personal opinion, this is a stay away fight, man. This is a fight I can see Barberena actually having some type of upset win here, and I don't see enough value on RDA to actually make any worthy comeback ultimately, right? I do like the plus 500 TKO or plus 325 submission, though. I do think seeing a finish from RDA in a different way where he's like, listen, I'm back to the welterweight division. I can see it. But how do you see it? What do you like? What are the numbers?
Derek, I want to see it. I really want to see RDA with a finish right here. Me too. This is also a stay away, man. If I had to put my money, like I said, I like the RDA, and I'd probably go by a TKO just because Bryan Barberena is dangerous. He could come in with the pressure, and he could get caught in a crazy transition. And RDA is sneaky like that, and I want to see it, but man, like I said, I'm picking RDA to win this fight. But I agree with you. This is a stay away, and like I said, man, if you're looking to put some money down, those odds on Bryan Barberena are something a gambling man would throw out there. But me personally, this is a stay away as well, Derek.
Okay. Well, with that being said, we need to talk about who's going to win and how we're going to make it happen. I like RDA here, right? You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I'm going to take a risk. And I like the RDA submission, man. Give me an RDA submission. I like to see him late in the fight. I'm talking a round 3 right here, so that's what I'm going to be picking. Round 3, late in the fight, you get him to the ground and you Kevin Lee him. You know what I mean? Get him in the arm triangle. Get him out of there, man. I think that he can overwhelm him as the fight gets longer, but you got to take the fight to the ground. Who's to say he's going to do it? We don't know. What are you going with?
RDA TKO round 2, and I'm going early round 2. If I had to guess the over under 2.5.
2.5, and the odds makers like the over. They like the decision here, but we're both rocking the under because we don't give a damn. You know what I mean? We're taking risks out here. You feel me? Shout out! I mean, you got to, man. You can't always pick the safe pick, man. But that's your pick right there. RDA. Got to show some love to Bam Bam Barberena, though. If you want to hedge on here, I wouldn't mind throwing $2, $3 on Barberena. A little comeback, see what you can get back. You dig.